Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're finally going to be getting to that October birthstone. So many of y'all have reached out in anticipation of this stone. Well, I'm ready to get started. I want you to paint along with me today, so what I'll do is leave the paint color or process that I'm on in the left-hand corner and the tools in the right-hand corner. Make sure you watch the video completely to avoid all the mistakes that I make so that you can have a smooth painting process. Now, the first thing I did was give this gorgeous stone 2 coats of black base paint. I marked the center, and then I got out my favorite DIY stencil. Now, this is a digital download. I'll leave all the links down below so that you can download a copy for yourself from my Etsy store. And there's a full video on it that'll show you how to make it, how to use it, and there's a lot of videos that you can follow along with using the very same stencil. Now I'm going to take the marks that I just made and do like a connect the dots type thing, and I'll have plenty of segments going all the way around this stone. Next, I'll get out my compass and I'm going to give it a few spins because you don't have to measure anything. The stencil did that for you, and we will have good guidelines to get going on this October birthstone. Okay, well, you might have noticed I'm wearing a stunning opal ring on my finger, and I very rarely wear jewelry, but this ring is what my daughter and I bought my mom for her birthday on our last trip to Little Rock. How cute that we bought her a little rock and a little rock. Anyway, I gave her special instructions not to watch this video until after her birthday, and I used this ring for inspiration. I ordered some rhinestones off of Amazon, and they came, and y'all, they just kind of look like milky diamond rhinestones, so I ordered some more. Same thing, way too big. So I ordered some real ones, which are great, except for there's just an odd number of them and it didn't work out too well. So I also picked up some more in a hobby store, and they looked a lot like the first one. So I'm gonna start out by removing that center nib so that I can place one of those real opals right in the middle. It's an oval, but I'll just work with it. So I took my awl and I just literally scratched that right off. I'm cleaning all the dust off. I'm getting out some adhesive, and I am gonna glue that opal right there where it goes. Now, I had no idea how to center an oval within a circle, so what I did is just try to line it up with one of the line segments. Now I've got out my watercolor pencil, and I want to make some doodles all the way around this first ring of my guidelines. Y'all, October is such a special month around here. It is my mom's birthday month, it is my daughter's birthday month, and it was my grandmother's birthday month. And y'all know last month was my son's birthday, so I have been crazy busy. But I wanted this rock to look really, really pretty for the girls. So I'm going to go ahead and use this white color shift paint by Folk Art. I've thinned it down with the Flow Aid because I want to use it to paint over all of those doodles. This paint is super thick and mine is super old, so it's going to be a challenge, but I know with that Flow Aid, and if I'm really patient and I go slow, just barely adding any pressure to the stone from that paintbrush, I'll be able to outline all of these doodles and it'll look so cute in the end. Okay, y'all, I had so much fun painting those little doodles. Didn't they look like little E's? And then I turned them into like little cursive E's, connecting them together. And then I can't help but notice, I can't be the only one that sees it. Does it not look like those little squiggles that are on like the cupcakes? What are they called? The Hostess cupcakes? Do you remember those from when you were little? I don't know if they still make them. Anyway, I thought that was super cute since it's a birthday thing and it kind of reminded me of a cupcake. Now, I have added all of these little dots, and I'm going to keep adding them, but I'm telling you right now, that oval in the center and that negative space is kind of driving me crazy. You can really see that my dots are off. I'm going to go ahead and get out those, I'm going to call them milky rhinestones, the opal rhinestones, and I am going to put some around here. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going with it, but I keep eyeballing that center, and I'm really not pleased with it just yet, so we may make some changes. Okay, now I need to add some teardrops because I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but all of the rocks in this birthstone series so far, I have tried to start the center of them all like flowers. So I've got to make this opal rock look like a flower. All right, y'all, I'm stopping right here. I've got to remove that oval opal from the center. That black space around it is really highlighting how bad off that first row of dots is. And it's getting in my head. And it's kind of like being on my diet and say I messed up and had a cheeseburger, and then I'm like, well, you might as well have some fries and a shake, and hey, you remember that candy bar in the cabinet? And it's like I'm seeing these mistakes, and then maybe it's like, oh, who cares if there's a little chunk of paint in that teardrop? It's okay. The middle's already messed up, and I really wanted this to be special. Y'all, my girls were born in October, and there's so many of y'all, you know who you are, that are really, really, really special to me. And I wanted the October stone to be really pretty, really feminine, and very opal. So I'm gonna try just a little bit harder on that center and see if I can fix it. I think that's better, but it's still not exactly what I envisioned, so we'll come back to it in a little bit. All right, now let's add one more layer of those teardrops. They're making some beautiful pearly petals, and I want this to be a beautiful flower. I'm thinking like peony. You know how it's white, but it has that pink touch to it? I don't know. That's kind of what the opal reminds me of, so I'm going with it. Plus, I'm having a lot of fun making these teardrops. I won't lie. Oh, this is looking so pretty, but I've lost a little bit of that opal look to it. So I'm going to go back to the white flash and add some of those dots in there to kind of give it that pinkish look to it and see what that does. All right, I'm gonna get out a cotton swab and get it just a little bit wet with just regular old water and remove a few of these guidelines where I want some rhinestones to be. The reason why I do this is because if any of that glue squishes out from under your rhinestone, it'll cover up a guideline, and then later when we go to remove them, we won't be able to because they're protected by glue. Okay, I gotta admit, these rhinestones are kind of growing on me. They're not exactly screaming opal to me. I'm missing that pink and green and blue and all of those iridescent colors, but they're looking really pretty on this rock. We'll find a way to add all that other in. All right, y'all, I'm gonna revisit the center of this, and normally I'm really forgiving of my mistakes, but y'all, I wanted this rock to be so special for all of you that were born in October, especially my mom and my daughter and a few of my close friends out there. You know who you are. I really wanted this to be beautiful, and I'm having some really good luck with my teardrops and the overall design, but it just seems like all of the good luck on the outside is really showing off the center. And y'all, I think that should be the very, very best part of any mandala, because I think the center of a mandala represents you, and everything that floats around you is just the chaos of the world that you have organized into one tightly beautiful, organized mess. And I really wanted this one to be special. So I can't seem to fix it, so let's get a little dramatic. I'm gonna start over. Yep, I'm gonna get out a cotton swab, I'm gonna put a little black base paint on there, and I'm gonna dab, dab, dab away all of that ugly mistake I made there. And yeah, I'm getting some on those dots. That's okay, y'all, we can fix those. Let's start all over. Now, I'm gonna get out my dotting tool, I'm gonna fix those dots that got a little paint on them, and then I'm gonna try to think of a way to get some of those opal-y colors in there, and I'm thinking glitter. It's been a hot minute since I used my favorite glitter, and I think it is just perfect for opal. Oh, I can't wait to see what this is going to look like when it dries. That's when the magic happens. Now, I've got a bottle of liquid pearls that says white opal, so y'all, in the spirit of things, I have to use it even though I know in my heart it looks more like pearl than opal ever did. But I forgot to use my close-up angle. I'll put a picture here in just a second for you. I am just touching each of these dots with the bottle, lifting it up a little and giving it a little swirl. It's just a little bit. You can see right here the row I'm doing. I want y'all to take a look at it. What do you think now? Since I erased everything and started over, you can see it's still not perfect, but isn't it much better? I love it so much more. I think we can go ahead and continue on. Let's make some doodles. Oh my gosh, you guys, when I made these little doodles, I made them look like pretzels because it's also my baby girl's birthday month. And if you know, you know, pretzels are one of her favorite things. And I think it is so adorable how I started painting them and they turned into bows. Ah, I swear, sometimes things just work out. It's like the art knows. All right, now let's add some more of those milky rhinestones. Y'all, it's almost like I refuse to call them opals, but they are really pretty on this rock. So we're just gonna go with it, and I'll be quiet about the whole milky thing of it all. No, I probably won't, but I will try. Okay, now here I am on the edge of my stone, and this is where gravity starts having its effects on me. And don't think I'm gonna forget 3 times in a row. Not this stone, no, no. I've got it, y'all. What I'm gonna do is make a dot. It's gonna be kind of thin. I'll go back with a little dotting tool and kind of push it around to where it needs to be, swirl it, whatever. Then I'll let it dry just a little bit, and I'll come back later and put a second coat on there. Hopefully that will keep gravity from turning these things into teardrops. I'm gonna be doing the same thing with this glitter. I am gonna double dot these things, only allowing them to dry enough in between coats. That should be enough to hold it. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but this white paint has got a ton of bubbles in it, and every so often I will take my artist torch and I just kind of go over it super fast, and that pops all of the bubbles. However, you guys be really careful if you're using that artist torch because those light colors have a tendency to burn. So I'm telling you, if you go over those bubbles, do it super fast because it's really gonna stink if you burn one. I mean, I guess it would stink, but I mean, it's gonna be a bummer. All right, let's finish decorating the edge of this stone, and then I think I'm probably gonna call it quits. Oh, all right, y'all. I am going to stop. I think this is so feminine and so beautiful. And I love this rock so much. I really wish I could have captured a little bit more of that opal essence. Maybe after it dries, it'll show some more with that glitter. But I love it nonetheless. It's as beautiful as my mom and my daughter. I can't wait to show them. Here is a full list of everything I used in this video, and I'm gonna leave all the links down below. If you click on those links, I may earn a commission as an affiliate for qualifying purchases, but it won't cost you anything extra. So check out the description, click all those links, and get all the things you need. And I'll be right back with the final reveal. Happy birthday, October. If this is your birthday month, I want to wish you a huge happy birthday. I hope it is the best month of your entire life. I hope you have the best birthday and all of your dreams come true. I want to give a special shout out, of course, to my mama and my baby girl. Y'all know I absolutely drag my feet and I growl and I grumble as fall comes around because I don't like the weather. And I am a jumping and moving and making things happen for these birthdays that come so quickly together. And I give you guys a lot of grief for it, but I just want you to know I wouldn't do it if you weren't so completely worth it. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I am so privileged and so honored to be able to share the last few years, just us three girls, till that old boy came home from the Marine Corps. You guys were right there with me through the worst of the worst of the worsts, and I love you, and I want you both to have a very, very special birthday. Mama, I'm sorry, not sorry that I wore your ring first. All right, everybody else, y'all watch a whole bunch of my videos. Go celebrate October and rock on.